She's going to start off with some friendly interactions and then hit Dorothy with a bold pickup line. Let's see how this goes. Oh my gosh, I'm sort of nervous for her. Hi kids, Happy New Year! Welcome back to my Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge Empty World variation. A take on the original challenge with a little bit of a twist. The entire Sims world is going through an apocalypse, and it's up to just one family to rebuild all of society from the ground up. We return to the plot taker household where the youngest member of our family, B plot taker, just turned into a toddler. She's purple because she's an alien. Born after her father, our family founder, Angel plot taker, was abducted. Angel just turned into an elder himself. Penny, seen here doing some woodworking, is Angel's wife and is mother to 3 of the plot taker daughters. She's basically related to everyone except the alien baby. Speaking of which, father and daughter are going to share a little hug. Oh, that's sweet. In the black sweatshirt is Bonnie plot taker. She is our sweet baby angel that causes no problems. And in the pink shirt is her twin sister Betsy that, I'll be honest, got on my nerves during the last video because she decided that she hated gardening, and then she developed a crush on someone her older sister was already crushing on, thus creating a really messy situation that we now have to untangle. We're going to go into Create a Sim and give Angel his post-birthday makeover. I like the idea of Angel's facial hair getting more intense as he gets older, so we're going to give him a fuller beard. Conversely, his long hair is getting cut shorter, but not too short. We're going with this neck-length shaggy cut. B's makeover is going to take a little longer because we not only need to give her alien version a makeover, but her human disguise as well. That's B as an alien, and this is B as a human. Start with the alien version. This dress is actually very appropriate for a little farm baby. It's a piece of CC created by Infinite Plum Bobs called Toddler Geekum Dress, which I'll link in the description to this video. It's actually pretty perfect. Now, while I could keep her bald-headed, I think I want to give her some hair since her, I don't know, mom, pollinator, had some fabulous red hair. But because this is her alien version, I also want to have a little fun with it. Can't seem to change the hair color. It's kind of stuck on this option. All right, I'm having to go to another hairstyle, change the hair swatch, and then switch it back to this hairstyle. I sort of like this bob hair with the color roots and underlayer. It sort of helps amplify the alienness. We'll give her some shoes. I switched to her formal wear, but I almost didn't notice because she was wearing the same dress, just in a different color. We'll give her another pair of shoes, sleepwear. I'm not a fan of my Sims babies wearing diapers to bed, so we'll put her in a onesie. I think this one with the eyeballs on the head is my favorite. Seems very alien-like. We'll go with yellow. For party wear, we're nothing if not consistent with this dress again in yet another swatch. We'll of course add some shoes. Also not a fan of the diapers or swimwear, but we'll let it slide this time. Hot weather wear, yet another swatch of this dress. I'm honestly kind of impressed by how consistent the randomized outfits have been. And for cold weather, we are definitely changing the space diapers. That looks like it'd be cold. We'll give her a coat and some boots, some gloves, and a little hat. Okay, moving on to the human disguise. We'll add some eyelashes so it's a little closer to her alien version. I really like that the gingham dress is sort of her signature look, so I feel like she should wear it as a human too. Formal wear. No notes. This is cute as is, nothing to change. Sleepwear. I want to go with the same onesie that she wears as an alien. Party wear. OMG. The same outfit paired with the same monster boots. This is so preciously mismatched. We'll just remove the sunglasses, and while I do want to keep the monster shoes, we'll change that too and add a pair of tights. Swimwear. Let's remove the hair protector. And we'll go with a longer one piece instead of the 2-piece set. For hot weather wear, we'll grab one of the styled outfits. Cute! love it. And finally, cold weather clothing. I like the idea of the one-piece snowsuit. It's very Maggie Simpson. Now, realistically, Bee is gonna need to live her life in this human disguise, so let's have her disguise self. This is a really cute moment between Betsy and her younger half-sister. But also, the alien toddler laugh is a little creepy too. Here's Bee in her human disguise. Another reason why Bonnie is my perfect sweet baby angel. Her twin hates gardening, but Bonnie just decided that she loves it. Akira Kibo thinks Penny pizzazz is swell and wants to become best friends. I mean, okay, but I thought you were besties with Angel. Okay, yeah, no surprise, Angel and Akira are no longer best friends. What's that all about, Akira? Maybe if we spend a little time reconnecting, we can become best friends again. Bonnie is out here leveling up to gardening level 8. Looks like she's finally woken up, so now is a good time to introduce you to the eldest plot taker child, our heir apparent, Beth. And yes, she and Betsy started crushing on the same person in the last video, which is messy in and of itself. But she's also kind of a mess all on her own. She is currently crushing on 5 fellow teenagers. I'm evolving this chocoberry to magnificent quality, but at this stage in the game, we only have a handful of magnificent level plants. Magnificent is the level just below perfect, and the only thing that we have left to do before we finish this part of the challenge is to successfully raise 8 perfect quality plants. But again, I am nervous that Angel is already an elder and we're really not anywhere close to having a single perfect quality plan yet. But I do have a backup plan. It is that we have a potion of youth. Per the rules, we are allowed to use 1 potion of youth per sim in a lifetime. We have another plant that is ready to evolve to magnificent quality here. Oh, and this one auto leveled up to the halfway mark. Maybe I'm not as far off as I think I am. Oh my god, what the heck kind of greeting was that, Beth? Beth Plot-Taker has received a visit from one of her crushes, Nash Beta, and it looks like the romance bar technically exists but has reduced down to nothing. Okay, wait, why is Betsy sitting down with a heart bubble over her head? I don't need you to fall in love with another one of your sister's crushes. Speak of the devil, Dorothy Delgado has arrived. This is the sim that both Betsy and Beth are crushing on. Betsy is gonna ask Dorothy's opinion on Beth after picking up on some of the flirty vibes her sister was giving Dorothy. Beth and I are best friends. While factually true, you know Betsy is disappointed with that answer, right? Beth has learned that Nash is lactose intolerant. Same, King. Sentiment gained. You're so fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you and hope you feel the same way about me too. And then Penny autonomously kissed Angel on the cheek. Stop, that is so sweet of them. Beth learned that Nash dislikes fitness. Okay. I'm trying to learn more about Beth's crushes because I simply can't just continue to have her be in love with all 5 of them at the same time. We're going to need some additional information to basically determine who she should pursue a relationship with. Holy heck. Another one of Beth's crushes has showed up on our doorstep. This is Alexis Flats. We're inviting him in, but it's definitely getting kind of crowded in this kitchen. So all the teens are having a conversation in the kitchen and approximately half of them are feeling flirty. So I guess our sweet baby Bonnie is feeling left out. No one likes me. No one will ever like me. Why bother with anything anymore? Poor thing. Oh, got a knock on the door. Kaito Endo is at the door. Let's invite them in. Beth is meeting Dorothy outside to give her a key to the residence, as she's done with most of her other crushes. It started raining again, and I'm loving this Matrix-like effect with the rain on pause. Bee is up from her nap and is upset by the storm, so Angel's gonna try to soothe her. Betsy was talking to Kaito and Dorothy came to join them, and then conspicuously Kaito chooses that moment to go out on a run in the middle of a rainstorm. It kind of seems like Betsy may have encouraged him to make himself scared when she saw Dorothy coming, just like, hey man, like get out of here. She's going to start off with some friendly interactions and then hit Dorothy with a bold pickup line. Let's see how this goes. Oh my gosh, I'm sort of nervous for her. Whoa, looks like that was successful. That That's good news for Betsy because we already know that Dorothy has a mutual crush on Beth, so maybe Betsy might actually have a chance to win Dorothy over. Dorothy is heading home, and Bee just acquired the potty skill after having Penny teach her. I'm looking at Dorothy's profile, and she is also lactose intolerant and a genius. Last time we asked her about her woohoo and romantic interests, and she was still trying to figure those out at that time. It looks like she's decided that she's only romantically interested in women, but is interested in mess around, or, woohoo, with both women and men. And we already know that Dorothy has a crush on Beth and that Beth has a crush on Dorothy. Penny is bonding with Bee. Oh my, there is a glitch in the simulation. Bee has forgotten that human toddlers aren't supposed to get all stretchy like this. Oh gosh, look at this. Perhaps Penny is telling Bee that she can't let anyone find out that she's an alien. If people find out you're an alien, they're going to treat you really differently, and then you're going to have to go back to your home planet instead of staying here with us. Where's my home planet? Well, I'm not really sure because I've never been there, but I'm sure it's really far away. Aside from his hair and beard, we actually really didn't do much of a makeover for Angel, but I'm realizing that he might need some slightly different outfits in his old age. For example, his everyday look, I switched up the color on this outfit just to get some darker colors. And then I started selecting a slightly more rugged denim-based outfit for everyday outfit number 2. His formal outfit's gonna be a little fancier. He has a little bit more money now, right? I like the thought of this one with the bolo tie. And for his athletic outfit, the undershirt just is not going to cut it anymore. We'll give him a track jacket as a top layer. And then this party outfit, we'll just update the color of the boots so it matches the other outfits. Sandals are not super secure footwear for an elder, so I'll change up the shoes in his hot weather wear. And then for cold weather wear, we're gonna change the color of the socks and the shoes. Since Betsy is not into gardening, I am playing around with other ways that she can contribute. So I'm having her make something on the woodworking station. The time spent woodworking has paid off well. Betsy has successfully created a knife block. Betsy is waking up Bee in order to feed her breakfast, and she's now chasing down Dorothy, who just walked past the plot taker household. Hey Betsy, you caught up to her. Now it's time to turn around and actually speak to her. Oh, okay, never mind. Nash Beta wants to be best friends. Yes, of course. Beth has a pristine reputation. Beth is a shining beacon of positivity for the community. Passing by other Sims will elicit friendly waves and cheerful smiles, as everyone's day is brightened by her presence. Friends will be more forgiving if she commits any social miscues, and they won't be quick to judge her. Beth is gonna meet up with Nash Beta, who's currently hanging out with Angelo Morlino. They're having a chat together, but I just can't help myself getting distracted by this man standing in the corner. He hasn't moved, and he's clutching a book. Honestly, he's such a mood. Oh, Penny has come by to chaperone this conversation because Beth is in a very flirty mood. Oh, is that Jillian walking by? That's another one of Beth's crushes. Oh wow, look at that side eye. She just noticed Beth out of the corner of her eye. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. We just learned that Nash is a kleptomaniac. Fantastic. Not a red flag at all. Beth and Nash are having a little bonding moment, but I see Dorothy Delgado walking over in the background. Oh my gosh, and she's practically swooning after seeing Beth too. Dorothy's joining in on the conversation. Celebrate Penny's birthday by throwing a rocking birthday party. Oh no, old age is gonna come for her too. I am not prepared. Beth has discovered a lifestyle that was previously hidden. View the lifestyle menu to learn more about it. And that lifestyle appears to be single and loving it. Sims living a single and loving it lifestyle happily enjoy this single life and savor their independence. To acquire or maintain this lifestyle, avoid being in a committed romantic relationship and romantic media. Lifestyle effects. Various benefits when single, increased skill gain in all skills when single, less likely to acquire romantic sentiments, finds romantic media somewhat unrealistic, increased work performance when single, tense when in a committed romantic relationship. Okay, well, the whole plan for you in Generation 2 was to be committed to raising a large family, so this really wasn't the vision, Beth. Speaking of Beth, she's out here having it rough. She's doing the full bladder waddle down the sidewalk. She's hungry and tired. While we watch her test the strength of her bladder wall muscles, would this be an appropriate time to ask you to subscribe to my channel? If your answer is yes, comment inappropriate down below. Otherwise, I really do appreciate you either subscribing or liking this video. It's free for you, gives me a little hit of serotonin, and does a lot to help the YouTube algorithm recommend my videos to other people that would like them too. Angel, what the heck? He's in a very flirty mood while chatting up Anaya Jang, and he has a small romance bar with her. Angel, what? How could you do this to Betty? Here, complain about the technology apocalypse or something and just be old and crotchety about it. Excuse me? What are those? Chiaki. Honey, what the heck is happening here? Oh, it's worse than I thought. This is a teenager, and they are wearing a sports coat with a pocket square and a tie clip as his everyday wear. Okay, hear me out here. What if I leaned into the rain boots by making his everyday wear a raincoat? We'll go with what basically Angel is wearing, but just pick a different color swatch. We'll go with blue, and then we'll change the swatch of the boot so that it makes sense. I thought this was gonna work, but it does not. So this is what we ended up with. While we're at it, let's change his hair. Flinging fixes, Bonnie was born to wield a hammer. Should she finally embrace that she likes handiness? Yes, let's go! I sort of feel bad for playing favorite, but all I'm gonna say is that amongst the twins, there's only one of them that's picking up hobbies that are helpful to the family's survival. I know I had named our cow plant Audrey as a redo, but I kind of regretted it. I decided to be a little bit more creative. I'm naming it Pakun, basically the piranha plant from the Mario Brothers video game series. Bonnie has researched Pakun and updated the notebook. Cow plant berry. This galactic marvel makes an excellent source of food, cuddles, and lifelong friendship. Become the envy of the neighborhood. Just remember to feed it. Wait. How is it an excellent source of food? This is where we will leave it off. Tune in next time where I will try to resolve the messy sister love triangle we have going on. Thanks so much for watching, kids. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye! Since the last video posted, I went on a work trip that took me to Atlanta for the first time. So I had a little bit of free time on my last day, so I went to the world of Coca-Cola. Sort of like a museum of Coca-Cola, but not really curated exactly like a museum would be. In any case, it's an attraction in downtown Atlanta. It is peak brand propaganda. They give you your own disposable cups so you can try beverages out, and then you have access to this tasting room that is basically just filled with fountain machines of soft drinks from around the world. I had the highest sugar rush and then the lowest sugar crash that day. It's pretty rough.